Dr. Muhammad Alamgir Hussain. I say Alamgir Da. He was at once, he was at the Department of Arabic in our college, Kaliachak College. He is now in the University of Burdwan. So it's our immense pleasure to felicitate Alamgir Da, Dr. Muhammad Alamgir Hussain from the Department of Arabic, Burdwan University. Farin, please felicitate, sir. Thank you all for coming. Last but not the least, we have another dignitary who is around, not in the days, Mrs. Shanghamitra Goswami, if I am not wrong. She is from the Department of English, South Malda College. Madam has graced this program with her presence. We are very happy. I would like to request Ramatunisa, please felicitate ma'am. Now, to begin the program, I would now request our Honorable Principal Sir, Dr. Nazibur Rahman, to deliver his inaugural address to the hall. Sir, please.
Respected guests, respected guests, my dear colleagues and dear students, today it's a new type of program in Kaliachak College. That is on such topic, that is soft skill. This is the first program in Kaliachak College. We means our internal IQAC, Teachers Council, staff decided that students should be aware about the things which are necessary for them in building their life and career. So we decided such type of topics for the students' betterment. And we invited the resource persons who are resourceful in such topics. You already learned that Professor Amit Bhattacharya, Professor of English from University of Gaurbanga. He is an academician, critic, orator, and he got the recognition from the state government in the Teachers' Day, in which program the Chief Minister was also present. The recognition is Shiksha Ratna. So, we have such type of personality to enlighten our students Along with it, we have other resource persons from different universities, that is from three universities, that is Alia University, Kolkata, Bardhaman University, University of Gaudavango. From such three universities, we have the galaxy of intellectuals to enlighten our students in different topics. So, we have some parallel programs today in different topics and different hall. And in this hall, Professor Amit Bhattacharya will deliver his important speech, and in other halls, other resource persons will deliver. And I hope that the program will be successful and our students will be resourceful from the resource person. And the program should be both sided, not one sided. One sided means not only the speech by the speaker, but response should also come from the students. And in such way, the program can be successful. And students can be resourceful. You know very well that the students of Kaliachak College are making good results in different level in university examinations, in the competitive examinations, in the field of employment, in private sector or public sector. We want to explore more ways, more doors for the students to develop their academic merit as well as their personality development. Curricular as well as co-curricular. Through these all sides, the students should be developed all round. And with the expectation of the great success of the program, I want to conclude my speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Your address was a kind of a keynote to this session, to this seminar, and why we have gathered here. Now, I have another privilege that Dr. Subrata Kumar Das from the Department of Economics, who is also our IQAC coordinator, is present here. I would like to request Dr. Das to say a few words about the program.
Thank you, Saurabh. Good morning, respected guests and my esteemed colleagues, my beloved students. It's really great pleasure for me to address such a great occasion on which we are trying to introduce a new concept for building careers of the student is called popularly soft skill. There is a wrong idea about this term. Many of us think that soft means is related to computer, software, soft copy. So this is not related at all with the computer. Soft skill is completely related with the personality of the students. How to speak, how to introduce, how to talk with somebody, how to message, how to write, all these things will be reflected through your personality, and all this periphery is called soft skill. So while our student will, after completion of their course, they will enter into the job market, they have to introduce themselves in various occasions, especially for the job seekers, for the job seekers who are in the job market, they have to introduce themselves to the job employer so that they can be employed in a chosen places of their career. So we have arranged this program. We have received our great resource persons, Professor Amit Bhattacharya. There is Saidur Rahman, Dr. Alongir, and Mehdi Hassan sir. So I welcome all them here for this program and expect that this program will be successful with complete cooperation and participation of the students. Please don't go, it's a one-side talk. You have many questions, ask questions to our resource person and clear your doubts so that this seminar can be successful for your life, for your career and for your job market. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dash. Your words are so inspiring for our dear students. Now, soft skill, employability, these two terms are very important for the seminar today. Sir has summarized what soft skills are and how it is going to be beneficial to your employability. Because we all study for such kind of employment, some kind of employment in future. So the future prospect of our beloved students are in the safe hands of our resource person who will be the horse's mouth today for the program, for the topic. Now, without wasting much time, I would like to request Professor Bhattacharya to start his session. Please, sir.
হ্যাঁ দাঁড়িয়ে বলবো। আচ্ছা, ব্যাপার হচ্ছে এখানে রাখতে হবে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, বলুন।
ওই আমার ফোনটা করাতে হবে।
জয়েন করেছি। আর কি লাগবে?
আচ্ছা, আমার জলের বোতলটা লাগবে, একটু জলটা লাগবে সঙ্গে। সঙ্গমিত্রা, জলটা। এখানে থাকলো। আচ্ছা, এবার আমাকে কি ঢোকানো গেছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, আপনি।
আচ্ছা, আমাকে কি দেখা যাচ্ছে ইয়েতে? আমার কি সঙ্গমিত্রা? হ্যাঁ, ভিডিও অন করতে হবে, এখানে রাখতে হবে যাতে কিনা আমাকে দেখা যায়। ভিজিবল? হ্যাঁ। আর ফোনটা এখানে থাকছে তো? আর
আমি এখান থেকেও করেছি।
মাইক্রোফোন
এখানে, হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, মাইক্রোফোন স্যার ইন আছে। আচ্ছা স্যার, জলের বোতলটা না লেফটে।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। আচ্ছা, বারবার অনেকগুলো এখানে থাকলে কিন্তু এইটা মিউট করতে হবে, এটাকে মিউট করতে হবে। আমার ল্যাপটপের কাছে রাখলে ল্যাপটপে মিউট করে দিতে হবে।
এখানে ফোনে মিউট করবো স্যার না ল্যাপটপে করবো?
না, ফোনে মিউট করলে তো রেকর্ডিং হবে না। ও হ্যাঁ, ফোনে মিউট করলে কোনো অসুবিধা নেই, শোনাই যাচ্ছে।
ফোনটা আমার মনে হয় এখানে যদি না থাকে স্যার তাহলে কোনো অসুবিধা আছে? মানে ফোনে কি রেকর্ডিং হচ্ছে?
হ্যাঁ, রেকর্ডিং হচ্ছে।
তাহলে ফোনটা কাছে রাখবো আর ল্যাপটপটা আমরা
সরিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
ঠিক আছে, তাহলে ল্যাপটপটাই আমি সরিয়ে দিই। এটাতে কি রেকর্ডিং হচ্ছে?
নরমাল শুধু ভয়েস রেকর্ডিং হবে তো?
হ্যাঁ, তোরটা এখানে রাখতে পারিস তো, এই ইয়ে করে।
নরমাল ফোনে যে ভয়েস রেকর্ডিং সেটা এখানে রেকর্ডিং, ভয়েস রেকর্ডার তো এই যে এইটা ভয়েস রেকর্ডার। তাহলে ফোনে ভয়েস রেকর্ডার হোক।
তাই।
আর স্যার আপনার ইউ আর ভিজিবল ইন দ্য ল্যাপটপ স্ক্রিন।
ওকে ওকে।
স্যারকে মাইকটা, কারণ আমাকে আবার ফোনটা মানে ল্যাপটপে আর কি কেউ স্যার জয়েন করবে?
না না,
আচ্ছা, তাহলে ঠিক আছে।
অনেক আছে। আর আমাকে মাইক্রোফোনটা হাতে একটু জাস্ট ধরিয়ে দিতে হবে, so that I can understand where it is.
ওকে
ওকে, এটা ইয়ে করে দাও। নাকি?
রাখো।
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে, অফ আছে, ও অন হয়েছে। Am I audible?
কাছে নিয়ে আসতে হবে।
শুধু সাউন্ড এতে কমই হচ্ছে, সাউন্ড কেন কম হচ্ছে বুঝতে পারছি না। এটা সাউন্ড বাড়িয়ে দিয়ে ঠিক করা যাবে। এটাও তো খুব কম। কোথাও ব্যাটারি থাকে, ব্যাটারিটা আছে, ব্যাটারি আছে।
Okay, I hope I am audible. Okay, do we start now?
এই তোমাদের একটা বই দাও তো,
আরেকটু জোরে।
বই আছে ব্যাগে?
হুম।
বই বা খাতা? আছে আছে, ওটা হয়ে যাবে। দিয়ে যাও, ওটা দিয়ে যাও। কিন্তু এত সময় হতো।
হ্যাঁ, কালকেও প্রোগ্রাম ছিল।
Okay, no problem.
এই বইটাই সুবিধা হবে। এই বই
We'll manage. We'll manage.
সাজানো আছে।
বইটা আবার পড়ে যায়, এখানে আবার
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, এটা না হয় জলের বোতলটা না হয় একটু
থাকবে এইখানে।
এখানে থাকলো। ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে। Okay, I hope the sound is clear now. Okay, so I have a booming voice. I can come to you without the microphone as well. Don't worry. Okay. Well, are we all pumped up to tackle soft skills now? I hope we are, all of us. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. We'll speak in English, but if you have any problems in understanding anything, we can switch to Bengali as well. Okay. But I would like you to listen carefully and try to understand in English. Okay. Very good afternoon. Okay. This is Professor Amit Bhattacharya, as I have been introduced to you. And before I begin my discussion today, at the outset, I would like to thank Kaliachok College, the esteemed principal, Dr. Najibur Rahman, distinguished colleagues from the other departments. Yes, there is Dr. Alamgir Hussain from the Department of Arabic, Wardawan University. There is Dr. Shaidur Rahman from the Department of Arabic, Alia University, Kolkata, and there is my own university colleague, Dr. M.D. Mahdi Hassan from the Department of Arabic, University of Gurbango. Today we are going to talk about soft skills development and how it can help you in bettering your prospects for employability. Now, what is soft skills? Look at this term, soft skills. First, soft, then skill. What is a skill? A skill is basically a power to do something, the ability to do something satisfactorily, well, efficiently. Why? Because you have practiced it. So if you look at this term skill, you will see that it encompasses the question of knowledge as well as the question of ability. Now, what is soft? Anything soft. It is basically a tactile marker. You know, it means something that is smooth, something that is yielding, something that is pleasant. Inversely, it is something that is not hard, that is not heavy, that is not rough. So soft skill can mean many things. I am going to talk about the different ideas that are associated with soft skills. You see, why is soft skill important? What is meant by soft skills? See, soft skill is opposed to, but also complementary to hard skills. Soft skills mean general non-technical skills that are not specific to any particular role or profession. Whereas hard skills mean specific knowledge skills associated with or required for a particular profession or a particular role. Are you getting my point? Is it clear? Okay. So, soft skills are in some ways skills that are general and generalized, that may be, according to some, vague and optional, but according to others, and from the 1980s onwards, the latter party has gained ascendancy. According to the majority, soft skills are important because they enable us to be flexible and adapt ourselves to various situations. Now you may ask me, sir, we have so many books. Patricia Dorse's book is there. There is obviously Audrey Tang's book. Dorse's book is called What is Soft Skills? Audrey Tang's book is called, it was published in 2018. It is about, how to use soft skills to get hard results. And there is a very old book, very classical book by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Afterwards, I will share these books with your teachers, and you may also get those books from your teachers. I will request them to circulate these materials. See, soft skills were first introduced to the training of United States Army personnel in the 1970s. The objective was to make them better able to work in a team, to fulfill the team vision, the collective vision, and as opposed to this, there were obviously the ability to use various machinery and weapons that army personnel are always required to do. From the 1980s onwards, industry and the education sector, they have lapped up this particular set of skills. And from the 1990s till today, soft skills have become increasingly more and more popular and more essential to ensure employability. Why? I have already told you that hard skills are required to enable you to perform a particular role to discharge the duties associated with a particular profession. But soft skills actually cut across the boundaries of these roles and professions. Soft skills include what? Say, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, collaboration, creativity, problem solving, time management, conscientiousness, teamwork, communication skills. These are basically some of the major soft skills. But when you talk about employability, other things also become very important. Yes, problem solving will be there, teamwork will be there, but there will be other things as well. For example, ability to withstand distractions of all kinds. Distraction means, there will always be other temptations. There will be mobile phone messages coming your way. There will be messages from friends calling you outside. So other temptations and provocations will be there. But in a job situation, in a working environment, we have to be able to withstand these distractions. We have to be focused. We have to be resilient. We have to be confident. We have to be disciplined. We have to be persistent and diligent. These are all parts of soft skills. But my dear friends, you may ask me, sir, we have so many books on soft skills. Then what is going to be the new thing? What will be the USP, the unique selling proposition of your presentation today? Why should we listen to you? My answer will be very simple. Today I am going to stress another part of soft skills that is not very well discussed, that is not very frequently referred to in any discussion of soft skills. What is that? What are the other names for soft skills? Can anyone tell me? Other names for soft skills? Yes, there is people skills, core skills, interpersonal skills. But my point of departure will be today to point out the role of intrapersonal skills. Intrapersonal, that means within yourself. What is going to be there that will make this presentation different? I'm going to talk about the importance of developing your own skills, the intrapersonal skills that will help you in developing interpersonal skills. You see, this initiative from Kaliachok College has really been a very, very timely venture. Because, today, when we are talking about the lessening of opportunities in the traditional sectors of employment, we have to be always on our toes in order to make ourselves attractive propositions for employers. if A, B, and C all have the required skill sets, then who will be employed by the employers, the recruiters? Among A, B, and C, obviously that person who can gel well in the team environment, who can work with others, who can listen, who can mentor, who can work in a team, take on leadership role, and become a team man who can take forward or push forward the collective goals of an organization, an institution, an office, a company. So, what are the intrapersonal skills that we are going to talk about? I have already pointed out some of them. For example, there will be self-confidence. There will be resilience, because even when you have self-confidence, you may be beaten, you may fail. We do not succeed all the times. We can underperform, we can fail. Resilience actually helps you in coming out of the shattering experience and the negative mindset that any failure or underperformance can cause. How can you develop that resilience? First thing that we have to develop is going to be compassion for ourselves, pity for ourselves, but not a passive pity. A compassion means the ability to accept defeat and accept the shortcomings of yourself. Now, soft skills include both intrapersonal skills and interpersonal skills. Why is it so? Because if you can develop your own self, then and only then will you be able to behave productively, amicably, satisfactorily with others engaged in the same job. Am I making myself clear? I hope you are able to follow the drift of my argument. Okay. You see, first thing is to set our goals. As a student, you have a goal. The curricular goal, the educational goal, whereby you have to pass your exams, you have to do well in the exams, you have to be able to go for future courses, higher courses. You have to develop your skill sets so that at one time in the future, you will be able to become a productive member of your society. Am I making myself clear? So our goal is to become a productive member of our society, social formation. Yes? Yes? Okay. How do we do that? See, if I think about goals that are beyond me, that are not relevant, will I be able to sing like Lata Mangeshkar or Kishore Kumar? No. Will I be able to play football like Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo? No. Will I be able to bowl like Shaheen Shah Afridi or bat like your Virat Kohli? No. And that's why today we are going to talk about smart skills. S M A R T, an acronym. SMART, S full stop M full stop A full stop R full stop T, skill, goals. What does it mean, this acronym? A stands for specific. Your goals should be specific, not vague. You should be able to think about what you want to do, what you want to become, say 5 years or 10 years down the line. Yes? Specific. Then M, measurable. Your goal should be measurable. You will have to measure your goals. Then achievable. A stands for achievable. So you have to be mindful enough, aware enough, and clever enough to understand what you can achieve and what you cannot achieve. So achievable goals. Then R, or relevant goals. What is relevant? Someone who is pursuing a master's in, say, Arabic is not going to bother too much about chemistry, professionally speaking. So relevant goals are also important. And T, last but not least, T stands for time bound, because your career, you are actually in one age group that is basically going to make you career oriented. Yes or no? So you have to think about employability, employment. Now, there is something called private self and there is something called public self. Private self means what you really are. The kind of person Amit Bhattacharya is, the kind of person Najibur Rahman is, the kind of person Rahin or Preeti is. Got my point? Yes or no?
Yes.
That is your private self. But there is something called public self also. The way you behave, the way society perceives you. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you please try to understand how these two, public self and private self, they are mutually associated and dependent, interdependent. The kind of person I am will come out in my behavior, yes or no? In the kind of dress I wear, in the kind of language I use, in the kind of morality that I have, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, based on that, society will perceive you and society will assess you, yes or no?
Yes.
If you put on something that is considered unacceptable, a dress that is considered unacceptable, you will be criticized, yes or no? If you put on a dress that is acceptable, you will be praised, yes or no?
Yes.
So based on the public perception, based on the public self, your private self will have to be molded, yes or no? The kind of behavior that gives you acceptance and adulation, praise, you will try to follow that kind of behavior in future? And the kind of behavior that gets for you criticism, you will try to cut it down, to change it, yes or no? Here comes your intrapersonal skills. If you have confidence, if you have resilience, if you are diligent, persistent, if you work hard, if you manage your time, if you behave with others the way that you want them to behave with you, then your acceptability increases, yes or no? In a work environment also, your acceptability will increase, yes or no? How do you do that? Now I am introducing another concept. Two very important and associated concepts. One is out of the box thinking. Another is out of your comfort zone. There are certain things that you feel comfort with, yes or no? You feel comfortable with particular persons, they become your friends, your lovers or beloveds, yes or no? Got my point? Similarly, there are certain other kinds of persons, there are certain other kinds of jobs that you do not like. They are outside of your comfort zone, yes or no? But in today's evolving work environment, in today's work environment of multitasking and artificial intelligence, we cannot remain isolated and insulated. We have to increase our comfort zone. By going outside of our comfort zone, we are going to increase our comfort zone. Got my point? Yes or no? It's like adding rooms to your house. At one time, you were 2 or 3 in number as family members. You could do with 2 rooms. Now you are 10 in number. So you need extra rooms. Yes or no? Similarly, you need extra abilities. We need extra abilities. Thereby, we go outside of our comfort zone and we do something called out of the box thinking or out of the square thinking. Look at your principal, look at your teachers, look at your IQAC director, the other stakeholders. They have introduced programs and courses galore in the last few years that are not traditional, that are not conventional. For example, spoken Arabic. They are working for the betterment of environment. They are working with the fisheries department. They are signing memoranda of understanding with various other institutions, trying to share expertise, faculty members, exchange students, increase opportunities. This is called out of the box thinking. Are you getting my point? Yes. This is called going out of your comfort zone. If your teachers, if Najibur Rahman thinks, okay, I am above 60 now, I will retire in 2 or 3 years or at best 4 years. So why should I bother? I will do whatever is essential, exclusively essential to keep the college running, from prevent it from shutting down. I can still draw my salary. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? But this is not going to happen. This is not going to do. This is not going to help you in increasing your prospects, improving your prospects for employability. Are you getting my point? Why is it so? Problem solving. What is meant by problem solving? When we were there in the principal's room, a student came in and said that he is having a problem with the bank. He had transacted money, he had actually deposited money, but that has not been properly tabled, and that's why the college has not received any intimation to that effect. What did your principal say? He said, okay, you go to the bank, you apply to the manager, attach the document showing your failure. It's a technical failure. You get it received and give me the receipt copy. The receipt copy, I will pursue the matter with the bank. Are you getting my point? Is Najibur Rahman forced to do this? No. Why is he doing it? This is called problem solving. Yes or no? Yes. Because this is called leadership. At one time, there was a US president, a president of America. Now it is Joe Biden. At one time, there was Harry Truman. On his table, he had a plaque. What was written on this plaque? The buck stops here. The responsibility, the ultimate responsibility stops here. What is conventional? We always try to pass the buck. We try to pass the responsibility to others. Yes or no? But Truman said, ultimately, the buck stops here. It is my responsibility. I am the president. Just as Najibur Rahman is the principal. Subrata Kumar Das is the coordinator of the IQAC. Got my point? I wanted this discussion to be recorded. Dr. Saurabh Pal and Fazlul, they tried their hardest, but they failed. So what are we doing? We are recording the audio. Got my point? We'll add a photograph and we can post it on the social media, on my own YouTube channel maybe, and the college channel as well. Got my point? So this is called problem solving. Problems will come. And problem solving is something that is only possible if you do out of the box thinking. Are you getting my point? Yes? Okay. Then there is something called emotional intelligence. You know, there is something in Hindi, they say tu tu main main. Jhogda. You know, emotional intelligence gives you the ability to control your emotions. Got my point? Control our emotions. Why? Why is it important? Why should we control? Why should we regulate our emotions? In order to optimize the kick that we get from positive emotions, and in order to minimize the kick that we get out of negative emotions. Got my point? See, positive emotions boost us up, and negative emotions burden us down. Emotional intelligence teaches one to regulate and control his emotions. But what is emotion? Basically, it is the response to various situations that our mind gets and the mind gives. Then there is something called critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Can anyone tell me what is critical thinking? Thinking means trying to make sense through your rational processes. Yes or no? What is critical thinking? Does it mean to criticize, to find faults? Does it mean that? Dosh khoja? No. It means thinking about a situation objectively, impartially, and logically. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then there is teamwork. Why is it important? How can we make teamwork happen? There is something. Well, take any two persons from this audience. Do you think your abilities, your talents are equal? Any two persons will have differences in their abilities and their talents. Yes or no? One can sing better, another can play football better. Yes?
Yes, sir.
But in a work environment, in a team environment, where all are engaged in a particular work, in a specific work, in the same work, they will have to bring to the table their own abilities and synergize them in such a way as to optimize the individual ability. Yes or no? To get the most out of your individual ability. So that is called teamwork. How can you do that? There are terms like mentoring. We have to guide people. Yes or no? For example, today I am performing the role of a mentor. Yes or no? I am trying to make you understand certain things that are not very frequently discussed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, there is something called listening. Why is listening important? In any team environment, people have their own problems, they have their own talents. If you don't listen to others, how will you understand what is their problem and what is their prospect? Can you do that? You cannot. Don't say yes if you don't understand. Okay. Okay, say. See. So there is mentoring, there is listening. If you listen, you go to a psychiatrist, you go to a psychologist, first of all, they will tell you to speak. They will tell you to share your innermost thoughts with them. Yes or no? They will listen. Because until and unless we listen, we cannot use one another's positive things and we cannot rectify or correct one another's mistakes. Got it? Okay. And there is something called time management. In any soft skill discussion, time management is something that will come as one of the major factors. You see, there are certain persons who have much time at their hand, even though they are very busy. But there are others who are not efficient, who have not developed their intrapersonal skills, communication skills, physical skills, emotional skills. And that's why they cannot use time properly, and that's why they lag behind. They procrastinate, they delay, they leave today's work. There are two contradictory ways of thinking. One says, kal ka kaam aaj kar, aaj ka kaam ab. Yes, do it now. But there is also a lazy mindset that says, aaj ka kaam kal kar, kal ka kaam parso. इतनी जल्दी क्या है प्यारे, जब जीना है बरसों. That is not going to help us in improving our employability. Got my point? So we have to make proper utilization, proper use of our limited time. Got it? Okay. Now, do I have time? When did I start? How much time do I have?
45.
Okay, I have spoken for 45 minutes. Okay, so I will say speak for a quarter of an hour and then take your questions. Okay, I will try to sum up. You see, when we talk about goals and our schedules in any development of soft skills, we have to develop our priorities. We have to be aware of our priorities. What to do, when. There was another United States president whose name was Eisenhower, who talked about the difference of urgent things and important things. There are certain things that are urgent and there are certain things that are important. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
For example, answering a phone call may be urgent. Yes or no? But saving important phone numbers may be important. Got it? You do your urgent jobs soon and you do your important jobs after a lot of planning. Yes or no? That actually tells us about the important urgent matrix, about which Stephen Covey, I will also share this material with you, has discussed. He has talked about the 7 factors that are important for effective people. So, developing soft skills will give you more chance not only of getting one particular job, but also it will give you more chances of diversifying your job expectations and job eligibilities. Are you getting my point? If you can speak well, if you can express your emotions properly, if you can listen to others, if you can mentor, if you can work in a team, if you can manage your time, if you can be diligent, then people will feel more comfortable, and they will be more attracted to you as a potential employee of their organizations. Have you got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will end my discussion by talking about two very common examples. You see, you think about someone like a Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He has won two cricket World Cups with the Indian team, and he has won countless IPL titles with Chennai Super Kings. Yes? Every time you will see, he actually brings up an untried and unhallowed bowler. There can be Shivam Mavi, Mukesh Chaudhary, Shardul Thakur, someone who is not very well known. Why is it important? He used Shardul Thakur not in Chennai Super Kings, but in Indian team. Yes. Now, why is it so important? It is important because he could think out of the box. He could experiment with new things, new propositions. And that's how he got the best out of his limited resources. And that is how we can maximize what is called in management terms our sweet spots. I will end my discussion by talking about management, because we are going to talk about personality management. Yes or no?
Yes.
In any soft skills development, we are going to talk about personality management. Management means you think about the spelling. Manage, main, T, that is tactfully. That is the first stage. Manage, main, tactfully. With care, with understanding. Then the second stage will be manage main. Leave out the tact, because it will be very natural. But the last stage will always be without the N. What is left? Manage me. If I can manage myself, I can gel with society, gel well with my team, my organization, and thereby I can get my career goals higher and my career returns higher. Thank you. Questions are welcome.
জিজ্ঞেস করো কোথাও কোনো থাকলে কনফিউশন কোয়েশ্চেনস কোয়েরি আস্ক
Speak in Bengali, speak in Hindi, speak in Urdu, no problem.
বাংলাতেও বলো বা অন্যান্য ডিপার্টমেন্টেরও আছে দু একজন
What does it signify? Either you have understood everything or you have understood nothing.
তুই কি বুঝেছিস? তুই কি বুঝেছো?
বলো, কারো কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকলে বলো। कोई शक या सवाल? এটা হয়। আর আর এমন ভাবে পরিচয় টরিচয় করানো হয়, এটা চাপের ব্যাপার হয়ে যায়। কি কারো প্রশ্ন নেই? কারো না? তাহলে তো খেলবো না।
জিজ্ঞাসা করে যদি কিছু থাকে।
আচ্ছা, না ঠিক আছে, না মানে বন্দুক ধরে প্রশ্ন করানো উচিত না। চলো, ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
তাহলে মিটিংটা এন্ড করুন।